So taking the casita out in the back, you see.
Okay, and then converting this to a garage.
Correct. Yes, and then I have all the paperwork on there on that.
This here will change that to show the bolts is one single bolt.
Yes, yes. I apologize for not making that correction.
Yeah,
I do have that.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So you want to change that to show that
the one single
and
bolt.
then and the noting. See, exterior siding. That's fine. So we probably won't have this footing, and that slab may come down and might be thicker. You can always drill into it to verify the depth of the slab at that perimeter, because you have to be able to know that you're drilling in with this 13.5-inch all thread. You'll be drilling that before you get to putting the block in.
Okay.
And so you want to make sure you don't over penetrate.
Okay.
So if you drill a hole and you go through the bottom of the slab, you can't put an anchor bolt in that.
Okay.
You just fill it with cement, or latex, or just spray epoxy in it, put epoxy in it. Because anytime you have metal, that's raw metal, get into the earth, it'll just rot it out.
Okay.
So that's why when they show notes like this down here, you have to have 3 inches clearance from the earth to your rebar, and you can't have any chairs or anything that you build it up on has to have rubber separation.
Okay.
So that sets on there and you don't get any of that.
Okay.
So that's why you need to verify your depths right there.
Okay.
Okay. 16 inches and treated plate. You're showing, you're saying pressure treated stem wall. That doesn't make any sense. 3.5 by 4.5 high. What you'll have is that 8 by 6 by 6 by 8 by 16 CMU block. See, that's what your base is, and then you put your anchor bolts every 4 foot. Within a foot of the end of a joint. So like on the outside corner, you're going to come this way and then this way. You'll make sure that this block goes full way, because you need a bolt here and here, and then you'll need one here, okay? That's what you'll have. So that's how, and then on this side of the garage door, you do the same thing. See? So you have an anchor bolt here, here, and here. And that's because your block cells are like this. Okay, so you anchor bolt, and then when you get them all in line, then you fill them. First you put these in, set epoxy. The inspector will have to see some of those installations.
Okay.
Then you'll set your block. Then you'll grout them in solid with lightweight concrete Or you can get the, you know, the sack mix and stuff and mix it up and then pour it in, strike it off smooth, let it set, and then go ahead and then put your plate down and set your anchor bolts, because they'll be tight. See, but you got to let that set a little bit, at least, you know, overnight before you can put your plate down. So then, see, like your plate will be like this. You'll have, you know, the block will be this, would be this way here at the corner, and then you'd have bolt, and then your plate would go. I like to see it go like this, and then what that does is that puts a double tie on that corner. See, because you lap this way, and then you lap your plate. So this plate goes here all the way back 16 feet, whatever length you're running it. Usually, because see, it would. So you're going to have a joint here. Now you're showing a door here. Okay. You're showing on that one page. You're showing a door here and a door here. So you'll stop your plate here and put an anchor bolt right there, and you'll have it finish up on this side and have one on that side of the door, and continue on through.
Okay. Now, as far as those inspections you were talking about, is that something once we get clearance from you from getting everything submitted
When you get your
here?
permit, right,
Okay.
then you go ahead and you get everything ready, tear out whatever walls, posts are there, get the roof supported, and then you can snap your line and lay out where your bolts are going to be, and then you call for an inspection. And now you could drill a couple, but you want to verify how deep it is. That's the first thing, so that you can tell the inspector I've checked it and I go through at this depth.
Okay.
So I've got my thing marked, so I won't drill. And you want about 3.5 inches is what you want. You know, there's a specific method that's set epoxy. It's the Simpson set epoxy. You can get that at Home Depot.
Okay.
And it tells you, okay, you have to drill the hole this way, this size, and then you will take and you blow out the hole, make sure it's clean. They have a brush, you scrub it, and then you blow it out, and then you're ready to put the epoxy in, set the anchor bolt.
Okay.
And the inspector will need to see that process, okay? And so, what he'll probably do is just say, okay, you know, do a couple here, 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 whatever. And once he sees that you have the ability to go ahead and do it exactly as it is, that you're not over drilling, there's any number of ways to set the drill. Some of them will have a stop that you can put it on, set it for the depth, you lock it tight, so when you drill down you hit the stop. That way you know. I always used to just put a piece of duct tape at the hole, so I knew. I mean, eventually it wears, you got to check it every now and then.
Yeah.
So then that gets you into that part and gets you where you're ready to frame the walls all the way around. Detailed connection here and here, and so you'll be probably doing some kind of anchor bolt into the wall there. So you just have to make the determination when you get there how you're going to do that connection.
Okay. And as far as the interior of the house, we're not really doing anything. I mean, we're painting, putting new baseboards and tile and stuff like that in.
Yeah,
so
but you're going to have to hardwire and interconnection protectors in
sure.
the house.
Okay.
And that'll be part of that. So
Okay.
then, so you go through and then, so here. So I guess this is a door here. So
Do I need to add the kitchen schematics for the kitchen that we're putting in to the
Well,
site plan?
what you would do is you would just have the actual kitchen
Drawn in.
layout of equipment.
Okay.
So, you know, if it has an island, then it has to have, you know, see, that's as is. So are we adding an island or anything like that, or taking out any walls, interior
So yeah,
walls?
right now it's completely empty, and so what we're putting in is this. This is the island, and that's the back of it. And so I just need to add that into that, and that's my thing is trying to incorporate, you know, all this into the site plan of the house.
Yeah, see, the site plan, you want 8.5 by 11. You can blow it up for the plan size 11 by 17 if you want.
Okay.
I have to have one of these. See, because this stays with the application, and that would be the new floor plan.
Mm-hmm.
Would be the one that you would submit an extra of that.
Okay.
And then you can go to about 8.5 by 11 to get the room large enough to put the stuff in. And of course, putting in an island, then you have to run electric to it. What's going to be on the island? Is it
Just
no
empty.
sink, no nothing? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you'll have to, with the length of that, it looks like it's what, 6 feet?
The island itself is 10 feet actually.
10 feet. Well,
Yeah.
then you may have to have 3 receptacles in that.
Okay.
So you'll have to cut a hole in the floor and pull wire from whatever wall's closest to that to get your run wire to it and put the dedicated circuits, and they're all GFI.
Okay.
And then the boxes have to be metal in there, and it has to be grounded and all that stuff. So
All right. Do you happen to have like an example of one?
Of
Of maybe like what a proper site plan for a house would look like, something that what you're looking for.
yeah, well, it's just something like this right here. I mean, it's just that basic. See, because the only thing you have to show me is you just note property line, right of way, and then your setback is 20, 5 and 5 depending on the zoning. Then you locate your utilities. On the, assuming on this house that the electric may be here, and if there's gas, it could be here, it could be back here, on either one.
Okay.
So that's kind of just a basic what we need.
Okay, so like
You know,
with
the address, and this is fine with that, but it would just have not any of the interior stuff at all. It would just show the roof line like that. So however the roof line goes, if this is an overframe, this is a frame here
Okay.
with a patio, then an overframe here.
okay.
So you look at it from there.
Okay.
And this is about 36 this man had.
All right. So then I'll go through and just mark where each electrical outlet is.
Well, for the electrical page, you'll do that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll have a separate
Yeah,
electrical page.
Yeah.
And
See,
then a
because,
separate.
yeah, when you go in, I mean, for the biggest thing I need, okay, see, so what they've done is, see, so you got a flat roof here,
Mhm.
okay, and then you got your overframe with the hip here coming, and then it goes, shows all this. So when you look down, that's all you're seeing, okay?
Mhm.
So you would just note this, just like this. Just draw it, and then flat roof, and then just show your roof lines with your hip here. And there's a hip point here somewhere where that goes back.
Mhm.
See, and then that right there with your patio cover, and that's what you need. And then your driveway coming up, and so how this, then your floor plan you've got that set up. See,
Okay.
and
So I need one. Looks like
you can take that.
that.
Yeah.
Because we have just a photograph overview, but yeah, we'll put it on.
Yeah. That's it. It has to be black lines, white paper, so that, see, if I scan that into the system,
Yeah, it's not gonna.
it would just be all black.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't have anything for our system here.
Okay.
That's your door jamb around there. So with this, you need your return here, and see, he's got them big ass anchor bolt stuff. This is totally different because you're not going to be that high with that stuff there. But this has to be at least 16 inches on each side, okay? It can be a little more because you had 18 something across there. 19 feet out to out. So it's possible you might have 20 inches there, I don't know. But again, so however you get it to wrap this with your detail there, with your 2x6, because that's what your, everything works to there. Okay. Let's see here. Now that's from the slab to the ceiling in that garage.
Okay.
Okay. So and then you're putting the 2 doors. Okay, and then you got your switch here. I would say you would put an exterior GFI here. Okay. All right. So, so you would have here, so your smoky here, then you have your, it looks like smoky here. I don't know where this bedroom door, is that door going outside?
It does go outside, yeah.
Okay. So is there a, so is this, see I'm lost here somehow. So that's a bathroom, that's a bathroom.
Yes.
Okay. So this bedroom here, so this would be a door here?
Yep, that's the.
Okay,
yep.
so you have a smoke here. That's just, then that's a door going out, so then you'd have your switch and a light and a landing out here. You have a landing here, and a landing here, so it may go all the way across. Okay, and then gas, water heater. Okay, fire combustion area with that. And dining room, so window there. Kitchen window, you're showing the window. Okay. So you've got egress there. Oh, there we go. So somewhere in here. So if this is a continuous hallway,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So the smoke CM would be somewhere in here, depending on where your return area is. So depending on this, it's showing it on the roof about in here. So it may have a return area right in this area.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Okay. So if that's a return area, you had to be 3 foot away
Okay.
with this. So that would either probably go this way or this way. Because it doesn't matter, they're all interconnected. So you have hardwired, interconnected smokes, okay? And that's,
Is that the way all homes have to be set up now? Okay.
now if this house was all flat roof and you weren't doing anything in the attic, then you wouldn't have to do, you could do a wireless system.
Okay.
But if you were pulling down any ceiling or anything, then you'd have to hardwire that.
Okay.
So when you get into that realm, you just, see, I just did one this morning. All the bedrooms were under flat ceiling, the rest of the house was under vaulted. But to interconnect them and everything, there's too many bedrooms over here that you wouldn't have to, so he could do a wireless system.
Okay.
So, okay. All right. So you'd get a permit, and part of the permit would show the demo of that and the capping of any plumbing in there.
Mhm.
So if there's a sewer line running to a sewer line, it has to be capped somewhere close to where it's going into the service. And not knowing exactly where the sewer line's at. So, all right. Okay, so I'm assuming that this is telling me that it's 9'6" from here to here, 9'6"
Yeah.
to here. All right, because these guys are going to go away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the posts.
So you'll have posts in support of the roof system, and I don't know which way. I'm assuming that the joists are, I don't know, they would probably be running this way.
Yeah.
Because that's the shorter here. It's about the same. That's 1911. Out to out, it's 19. I think it was what you measured. So whatever you got across here has to support. You just want to make sure that it's big enough to support itself for that span, because you got beams here and beams here. Unless they put, they're not showing anything that would show a beam there anywhere because of the carport. I mean, they could have a post here with two beams like that, and that you would be removing that for your overhead door. So I don't know. But we just have to know what we got up here that's going to support itself.
Okay.
Okay. So you need to know what your ceiling rafters are, or ceiling joists. They'd be rafters because they're right directly to the roof. Okay. Some of you probably got one wherever the back door's at. See, that's going. Now, is this closed in as the storage room?
The storage room, that corrugate. Yes, it is.
Okay.
That's the one the Javier said is permitted, and you guys said is
this
okay
is
to
the one
stay.
that's got the service panel right here.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When I looked at that, so.
I wish I had taken it honestly, but that's going to stay, and the casita's going to go. So.
Yeah. So this is going out here, but we don't have a door direct to the outside from here.
There's a door from the laundry room, and then there's a door right.
One direct to the outside from the kitchen area.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just to the other side. It looks like it's coming out of the storage room, but it's actually not from the storage room. Yeah. So
it's right here?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
We just have everything shifted over, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. So then that would be a landing there, and a light, and
Mr.
a
Tallman?
GFI there.
Yeah.
Can I make sure that you don't have a set of plans
Okay,
that I'm
so-
looking for?
Okay. So do I need
a
a separate page that just shows electric stuff, and then a separate page
Right,
that just shows the plumbing
right,
stuff, and then a
right.
separate page? Okay, cool. All right. Almost like overlays of each other kind of thing. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's a good amount of work.
Where's the roof mount manning? Okay, so that would be over here. So, and we're not worried about that.
Those are two different spots, so
Okay.
that means somebody has both. It's not one's missing or the other, but both are missing. So, but what?
All right.
All right.
Any more questions?
Nope,
Okay.
I don't know enough to ask anything else yet, so I got to go find out more stuff to ask
Yeah,
about.
check on that roof on that carport and see
Okay.
what it is.
Okay.
because I don't want you to have you do something and then expect it to be great, and all of a sudden it starts sagging in the middle or something.
Yeah.
And since it is a flat roof, I mean, it wouldn't be that big a deal to do that.
So I already had the roof done on there, and when I told the company Shamrock Roofing that I was going to be turning it into a garage, they charged me more for whatever roof repair that they did, just knowing that it was going to be knowing that it was going to be a.
Ask them if there's a rafters there. Ask them whatever they did. Have them give you some details on what it is.
Okay.
See if they can tell you what the joists are in the ceiling, fascia and stuff like that. So let's see what you can find out from them. That means you don't have to open up the ceiling to try to figure out
Yeah.
if they pulled off the roof decking and put new decking and stuff. Then they'll know everything that's under there.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, it's been a while. Hopefully they remember.
Well,
Alright.
I mean, they should document some of that stuff that they've done.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
That's true. All right. Well, I appreciate your time. I'll
no problem.
have some more.
I'll put you down as 2 hours and we'll get billed that way.
Before you get there.
Legal fees here, you know. I'm a lawyer. I'm not
Oh.
$75 an hour.
Yeah. Well. Oh, that's cheaper.
Minimum too.
Fees, yeah,
see,
okay.
So, you know, I used when I was working for people and doing permit consulting and stuff,
Yeah.
and going to the county, I'd bill them $50 an hour, minimum 3 hours going to the county.
Really?
Because I knew I'd be in there at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then for hearings and stuff, you might be there half a day. You know.
Ugh. Yeah. No more. No more. Change businesses.
Oh.